Well, folks, we're live. The Midwest snowstorm is supposed to be dropping about 4 or 5 inches. We'll see what happens here. It's one of them overnight events, so it could be a bit challenging, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's fixing to do it here. I'm gonna roll out a little bit west here. Could get me something to drink and get this chase started. Snow has started. As you can see, the road's clear right now. See what ends up happening here. Got one off the side of the road here. Salt truck. Getting ready to get down and get dirty. Tell you what, Tim, that radar is telling a lie right now. It says we're not under anything at the moment, but we're getting snow. Almost like grapple. I can hear it hitting the windshield. 84. Yeah, it's going to cool down there. That's what they're saying. Cold front's going to stretch all the way down to about South Florida. So, and it's going to get down in the teens up here. Probably be 15 tomorrow night. Is. It's absolutely nuts. It's already starting to the road there. Oh boy, on bridge. Most of these Yankees up here can drive, for the most part. But when you get into 4 inches of snow, they're silly, just like everybody else is. Reception ain't all that well here. Yeah, it's more like grapple right now. It's not really snow. And it's exactly 32 degrees. Dry down there, is it? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's that time of year that the storms let up a little bit there. Yeah. I can see that being the case. Up here, the weather tends to get real drastic changes, you know. It'll be 60 degrees one day and then 20 the next. It's cold fronts come booming down out of Canada. Yeah, makes for a little bit of chilliness there. Yeah, it's starting to pick up. Snow's getting a little thicker. Visibility's getting a little worse there. Until, but hopefully we do get to 4 or 5 inches. And rush hour goes rather uneventful, but I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. 4 to 5 inches will cause quite a bit of chaos out here. Just hit this truck stop up here, get something to drink, and get ready for this long night we're going to have. Give it about 20 minutes and these roads are going to be covered. I don't know if I should do coffee or what we should do here. Red Bull, I don't know, maybe something. Oh yeah, the snow's getting thicker. Oh boy, thicker flakes. Yep. Get into it here, that's for sure. Can you see it on the stream there, Zen, where it's getting a little heavier? Yep, we're getting covered. Turn it up, bring the noise. Or speedway, I can hit the speedway here too. I guess you probably would. I can only drink one of them at a time or something like that. I can't really get too crazy. Gets me grinding my teeth and shit, you know. It's like, ah! Oh, hey, let's get you a clear view here. Yeah, it's coming down. Maybe a cappuccino or something. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out here. Hope I don't attract no flies in here. I love my privacy. Oh yeah, she's coming down. Yeah, well, we're still going to tweak it here. Got a couple more things I want to do to it yet. I'll be right back. the front of my truck is full of snow already. The grill. Oh. Well, kids, it's off to the races. Got me a caramel cappuccino and strawberry milk. Put that back here where it's cold. And we're off to the races. Road's not real slippery yet. Got good traction so far. Got the chains, got the straps, got all my hardware in the toolbox there, so if anybody gets stuck, you gotta pull them out. Probably gonna put a winch on this thing then. Thinking about a heavy duty bumper and a winch for this here thing. Not sure yet. Ready to come into a wall here. Looks like a little break in it. Coming. Yeah, the radar is actually broken here. But you can see it's starting to get itself together there off to my west and starting to come together, so it's going to get a lot heavier. There's going to be a lot more snow. Do a fishtail. These tires are badass. These are the same tires I used. I bought the same set Zen that I had down there for Milton. Driving in 3 inches of water, 130 mile an hour winds, and they stayed on the road. So did Davies, though, for that matter. Davies stayed on the road too. He was right there with me. He was in front of me. 60 mile an hour. Wild. It's wild. And I live on a hill, so when we get 4 inches of snow, it's going to be almost virtually impossible for me to get in my driveway. But I do have a leaf blower, and I'll just park across the street, take the leaf blower, blow the driveway off, done shoveling. Been shoveling driveways my whole life. I think we're just going to use a leaf blower. Yeah, for the Amelia or whatever that was. Yeah. Yeah, it got a little whippersnapper there. That's for sure. Go this way. It didn't happen until I got near that bridge, though. I didn't have no major wind problems until we got near that bridge. Town of Harrison right now. Gotta mind your P's and Q's over here. Old Popo don't like that shit. Yeah, it's looking like the radar says there's going to be a little bit of a lull in here for a second. And then it's going to pick back up. It's starting to fill in. So tip of the iceberg here, folks. Hey, then when it gets cold down there, you able to use your smoker? You able to grill outside and stuff? Doesn't give you any problem? Starting to taper off just a bit here. They're trying to say by midnight or 12:30 it's supposed to start really getting thick and inch per hour type stuff. So hopefully you get to see some of that. I'll bet, buddy. I'll bet. I'll do that from time to time. I'll fire my grill up out there, 10 degrees outside, just to smoke some steaks or some chicken, something. Yeah, we'll fire it up. A little crowded at the truck stop. Guy's got firewood for sale. It's about to get drenched. $30 for a little V stack. That's crazy. I just bought a cord today. It got delivered. I had to before this cold stack come in. I'm gonna try to pop out down here in town. Let's see, can't find a little place to go here before this snow gets real heavy. At least get in an area where we can navigate around a little bit, get off of these hills. It's only going to get worse from here. They pre-treated the roads, so it's going to take an inch per hour to get these roads covered, I guess. Yeah, come out in town down here. Ooh. Yep. Them bridges, boy. Gotta watch them when you go over them. You spin out right away. Looks like I'm going 90 mile an hour, but I'm right at 45. Might be able to make us a little bit of cash, pulling some people out of some ditches. Could be an option. Boy, a good cup of mocha or cappuccino. Been a minute. Stop right there at the Dewdrop Inn, have a drink there, Zen. A couple shots of Cuervo. Some tequila sunrises. Yeah, they're calling for quite a bit of precipitation throughout the night. And 4 to 5 inches in some areas, so this could be a little sled ride out here tonight. Didn't bring Naybird with me. She's handling critters right now. Then I had to go out and buy heat lamps and fixtures. The coyote got in one of my chicken coops and didn't bother the chickens, but ripped all the wiring out of the chicken coops. Ripped up the power supplies for them fixtures. Ripped them plumb out. So I had to buy all new. Tomorrow night, going to go down to Teens. You got to get heat lamps on them birds, or they'll die off on you. They're resilient, but they don't go down below like 20 degrees, and you need to get a heat lamp on them. And the way the wind whipped through the valley, I'm in a north-south valley, so that's even worse. Coming out of the north down the river valley is just wow. I know it is, and it boggled my mind for a minute. But then when I went and looked at the footage from the CC, the security system, it showed that he was around the outside of the coop. He managed to rifle his way in, but he came right back out after he went in the coop and kept with them wires. And eventually he got shocked, and I seen him dart on the corner of the screen. You can see where he ran real fast. So I think he got shocked from chewing on the wires because they were chewed. It's just weird. It was bizarre. I've never experienced anything like that one. But we got coyotes, bobcats, and all that good stuff, but no bears and wolves or anything like that. But we do have coyotes. And bobcats will get your stuff too. And possums will get your chickens also. Raccoons. Yeah. Hey there, Tim. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a minute. I towed my truck and nearly died. If I'd been in my truck, I'd be dead right now. Another individual's dead. Then a couple months, I had to rebound there, Tim. Get another vehicle and get life back moving again. I was on I-95 North in between Savannah and Brunswick and stopped to help this dude that was wrecked out. And somebody was watching a YouTube video and slammed into me at 82 miles an hour into the back of my truck. I was not in my truck. I knew better than to be in my truck, but that's kind of what ended up happening. So that's why I've been off the radar there for a minute. We're going to chill here for a minute for that next line to come in. It won't be long. That's for sure. £500 black bear. Wow. Yeah, I'm okay. It's kind of tough having to see somebody there die in front of you and whatnot and things like that. But you know, I did save the lights that I intended to save. The guy died that was watching a YouTube video that hit me. And you take, as you know, Tim, I've got lights all over this truck. You know, you can't miss it. It was dark. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. How could you miss a caution light bar going all the way across the top of the truck with hazards on and a couple other cars that are sitting? I have no idea. I guess if you're looking down at your heater area watching a YouTube video, you're not going to see what's in front of you. Yeah, is she in this area? Is your sister in the Ohio area? Yeah, they are. And that's exactly what the state trooper said. He said, don't you feel bad about this? Having to see that guy laying there dead, and the CPR and all that. I said, I'm used to that. My mom was paramedic for 25 years. I said, that's not a problem. He said, you saved the life you intended to save, and dumbass is dead. And that's exactly how that trooper put it. But I was out chasing whatever that storm was in Illinois. Okay, yeah, she's getting it. Definitely. She's probably got a lot by now already. We're just now starting to get the southern portion of it. It's going to get cold down there in Texas there, Tim. Yeah, cold front's moving down. It's going to get a little chilly down there on you. Us Yankees apologize in advance. we get a few people in here and they don't say a word. They should say hi or something, at least. Oh, you're in Delaware now. Okay. I thought you was in Texas. No. You're right. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking of what the heck's his name? I can't do it now. Yeah, guy down in Texas wanting to do my overlays and stuff and handle everything. Turn it up, bring the noise. Should get radar again. Yeah. It's starting to thicken up over by Evansville. Yeah, and that ain't too far away, and that ain't too long away. Yeah. Yeah, I passed one. I believe he was. Where was he? He was in Harrison, I think it was. Yeah. When I was coming out of Harrison there. Just one. I think they pre-treated the roads already. Because the snow's melting on contact on the roads at the moment. But that's going to come to an end as soon as that bigger band comes in here. Yeah, Tim. Davey was down Zens for a couple months there, and got to hang out with Zen and do the Florida thing. kind of, even though it was costly. But yeah, it's. I think it's a better looking setup, better looking rig altogether. When you're building a weather interceptor, you know, it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it. What can I buy and what can't I buy? You know, but what do I have to have? And it just, yeah, crazy. But yeah, I think it's a better rig than what I had there, Sam. It looks a lot nicer. Tim didn't get to see it yet. It's kind of like what's on that picture. On the thumbnail, Tim. I think the main difference between this rig and the other one is the same setup. Everything is exactly the same. But the only difference is I've got a iPad Pro 13 5G on the set now. So makes things a bit different. It's a bit nicer of a tablet. Nah, I'm sure he didn't. He got to enjoy Florida, man. He, you know, for a length of time there. He didn't have to rush out and get back to Virginia right away. So I'm sure it was effective for him. Just wish I could get him to convince him to get into northern Florida with a place instead of where he's aiming. I just feel like northern Florida is more centrally located. You got 75, 95, and I-10 right there. It's all what we need. Pretty much anywhere in the country. Give you a peek at the radar here. Let you see what's a scratching. And this down here, it's starting to get organized. You can see it. It's starting to come together there and thicken up. And that means basically I'm right in the line of fire, which is good for once. He did leave with a cold front, didn't he? Yeah, but it gave him a chance to see Florida in a light that we've seen it. You know what I mean? And how we lived it, how you're living it, and whatnot. Um, I think it's good for him. I don't know. It's just me. There we go. And I ended up getting another. I still have that one power bank, but I ended up getting another power bank. There's in from when we're sitting out there on our tripods. Straighten that thing up. And as we speak, the radar is thickening up. Even before that mass that's coming at me, it's starting to fill in. So, oh boy. Yeah, Delaware's not going to really see any of this. I think Delaware is going to get wet. I don't believe. I think you're too close to the coast to get any snow on this one. That snow line's like Louisville, Portsmouth, Charleston kind of thing there. Frankfurt, it's along that line there. So, yeah. It's raining down in central Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of would make it a lot easier as far as hurricanes and the southern region as far as thunderstorms and tornadoes. It just makes it a little bit of a drive for the Midwest and the Plain states. That's all. But it'd be a lot better than driving from Virginia. Yeah, probably another 15 minutes. This is going to start heating up. It's like a little misty snow right now. It's just barely coming down. Yeah, yeah. Um, and the way it's laid out too, I kind of like that also. It's like an L shape or something. Road frontage. Like Corey Gherkin, he's from like Minnesota, um, and this is just up his alley, snowstorm. But when it comes to having to do the plain states, it's easy for him. He just shoots south and he's there. Um, that's kind of the idea when you move around like we do. Try to get a location that's centrally, you know, divided in the country so that it's not a whole day's trip to get somewhere. Tim, I might be able to put a bit. Well, no, I can't. I got my cell phone on, so I can't. I was gonna say I might can put a video in the chat. Let me see here. See if I can do that. A video of what happened to me there. What do I go to? Huh. 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 No, she won't let me pull. Oh, well, crap. No, it won't let me pull my pictures. Oh well. I'll get that together, Tim. I'll be able to send that to you on the next time I stream. I'll shoot that video in the stream link so you can check it out. Need to upload it to YouTube. Yeah, the guy had cruise control on and lane assist on, just looking down at his heater area watching a video. 82 mile an hour up the highway, thinking he's good, I guess. Let's see. Yep, flakes are starting to get bigger, starting to move in again. You see how that's starting to fill in, thicken up. It's coming. I got a feeling once this stuff starts moving in, visibility is going to go down to just about, I don't know, a tenth of a mile. It's gets that way down here in the river valley. The wind gets blowing through the valley here. And possibly then next hurricane season, I'll be spending 2 months in Jacksonville, uh, August and September, or maybe middle of August to the middle of October, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking about doing that, so I'm down there in that area, so I don't have to make the whole 850-mile trip. We could be able to be for sure to throw some poles in the water if I'm down there that long. The main event is on its way. There's a salt truck. And that next line that moves in, next wave of snow, it's going to be continuous from then on. They're saying up until about 8 o'clock in the morning it's supposed to snow till. I'm not sure I'm going to be running till 8 in the morning, but I definitely want to get some action. That's for sure. It's all good, Sam. Do your thing, buddy. be long. That next wave's going to be coming in 10 minutes or so. That's going to start getting ugly. Calm before the storm. That's definitely what it is. Got the nocturnal warlords with their snowplows on their pickup trucks, staging themselves, I guess, up in the western hills. Guys make buku money. Charge me $25 to drive up my driveway and back drag snow down into the road, push it off into the gutter. Took him all of like 30 seconds. So yeah, they're making the big cash. Sometimes it does. The auxiliary go on, and sometimes it won't. I've relocated to an area called Dent. It's kind of more up on the hill, higher in elevation than I was. Check this radar again here. It's changing rapidly. Yeah, we're getting ready to get into it. It's okay. Oh no, now I can't see my screen. Rut-row. My screen is black. Oh boy. See what you said there, Zen. Getting some more of that grapple. Yeah, that's crazy. I got a black screen. I can't see nothing. That's nuts. I don't know. Messing with it here, trying to get that screen back. Really? Yeah, it's getting ready to get bad here. It's coming in, and the radar's telling the story. It's getting ready to get thick, and probably getting ready to see some drivers in ditches and stuff like that. I think Jaden was out chasing too, up in Michigan. Yeah, I was coming through Atlanta one time in a snowstorm, headed south toward Atlanta, heading up that hill there where all them where the walls they got the walls built up there for to quiet it down for the residents. Uh, it was just sleeting and a little bit of snow on the road. Yeah, they couldn't drive, fishtailing and running into each other. Man, but that's Atlanta, and that's prim and proper type people. I think Jaden is, yeah, Jaden Peppenheim is out in Michigan chasing right now. And I think he's the only other chaser doing the storm right now. It's a late night development. It didn't really materialize until it gets after midnight here. That's what they were saying. It wasn't going to come together until after midnight. That's probably why there's not many chasers out. Or they're just not in this area. Yeah, that grapple's hitting the windshield. Little chunks there, Zen. Well, you guys got snow last winter uh, west of Tallahassee. And I guess Tallahassee area. The northern swath there got a little bit of snow. My goodness. Dude, you're just rolling through the lot like, wow, big semi truck just rolling through the parking spaces through the lot. Okay, then. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I like to see that every once in a while, though. I don't want it to be never any snow. I mean, I'm a Yankee, so snow's fun. Some parts of northern Florida up there, you get a little bit of hills there. You can do some sled riding. Check that radar again here. It's coming. Boy, once we get in it, we're in it. Oh my goodness. It's going to start hammering. Toledo, I just seen that, Zen. How much snow does Toledo have? Um, it's hard to say at the moment. I can look and see what they're getting. Uh, and they're kind of out of it now. There's a little band moving through. I'd say they probably got about 8 inches up there, maybe 10 inches from the other day's snow. Yeah, it's real thick down there by Madisonville. Evansville's getting ready to get slammed. Well, 30. Yeah, that's when the weatherman said it was going to start getting down. So anytime after 12:30 here. Yeah, it seems like the weather has just been orthodox the last couple of years. Ever since that derecho went through the Midwest or went through the Central Plains and mid parts of the Midwest, it seems like nothing's been average weather. Okay. Was thinking of heading toward downtown and seeing what that's about. A little further east, but I don't know. It's starting to accumulate. You can see it over there on the grassy areas. There's probably about a half inch on the grassy areas right now. These parking lots are just a little too warm. But once it starts to coming down like it's starting to do now, it's starting to get a little heavier. It's going to all change. Bigger flakes. Yep. Yeah, 65. Yeah, that's about right for down there at night. 55% tomorrow. Yeah, that's a likelihood, especially in Florida. Hell, a 20% chance you're likely to get rain. Yeah, and you said earlier you got that burn thing going on too down there. So, yeah, you do need the rain. Start this thing up. Warm up a little bit. Now it's down to 29. And it went from 92% humidity to 97. What's the pressure here? Let's see, we got 2947. This is barometric pressure. Yeah, I'd like to get down there. That's probably what I'll do next season when I come down in a couple months is chase some thunderstorms down there too. Kind of missed the Florida thunderstorms. And down there, you can see them coming from 50 miles out. Here, you can't. There's too many hills. You really can't get a good horizon view. Did the tree die? Oh, a dead tree. Okay, did it die because it not getting any water? taking the snow so long? The radar's saying that we're kind of in it. I don't know. Heavy snow starting in 5 minutes. All right then. And that's starting in the county that I'm in 5 minutes. So, all right. Once it starts, that little area there, bang, it's coming right in on me. Once it starts, we're in it. So, yeah. And you can see that more pronounced dense area of precipitation behind it, which is right there. Yep, that's like 1.5 inches per hour. Well, so you were able to see them from there. Yeah, that's cool. You didn't have to go nowhere to get you some action there. For real. See what that does. A little better. But yeah, the radar is I'm about to see it. So the wait is about over. Once it starts, I'm in it. It's in it to win it, I guess. No turning back after that. A little saying V1, or pilots, V1. Gotta rotate. Schlottenhauer was saying there's Florida's going to be below average temperatures this winter, so hopefully it doesn't affect you too much being down there south central. Be okay if you got a frost or two down there, kill all them mosquitoes off and some of them bugs. that's really starting to fill in. Wow, yeah. That next scan there, it's... Yep, and the snow line is actually moving south as the system moves across. So it may very well put quite a bit of snow there in like Charlotte, Clarksburg, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg. So looks like Chillicothe and Columbus and Wheeling, they're all going to get it. That sucks. That sucks. And then when he's not there, it rained too much a little bit there. You got a lot of rain. I know you had a lull there for a minute, but then it started raining up again on you. Yeah. Where I was at, I always had to drive to intercept a storm. Right there on the coast. 40s, yeah. But a good frost is 32 or below. Yeah. But yeah, near the coast where I was at, up there in northeast Florida, and thunderstorms would die out by the time they move across the state. They come to the coast, they get the sea breeze coming in on them, breaks them up. So I always had to travel to get a good thunderstorm. And 9 times out of 10, it was down near the St. John's area. And Palatka over that way. Seems like at the top part of the peninsula there, it just the weather's a little different. Yeah, up there in Jacksonville, we get a frost. Mosquitoes are gone. But when it frosts up there, it's down like, upper 20s, mid 20s. When we get that frosting up there. Yeah, it's a pretty cool area. Back years ago, probably 30 years ago, I was seeing this girl that's in Palatka, and we'd go over to St. John's and over the river and just drop some poles in and kick back. Yeah, a few different times we did that. Some nice areas over there to fish. Let's hope this radar ain't lying to us, because I don't know. It's starting to let up again. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. I'd come down and pick you up and maybe shoot over toward Daytona and maybe even go up to St. John's. I don't know. Do something. Get some poles in the water there, Zan. So that oil had 8,000 miles on it when I got this truck. What the heck? That's what it's showing here. Wow. Glad I changed that stuff first thing. Yeah, planes are starting to fly a little lower. Well, yeah, that's what we'll do. I'll just come down and pick you up. We'll head over that direction. Load down with some tackle and a couple poles, and yeah, take a cast net with us too. Get some bait fish. Catch them hogs. Yeah, it's just about stopped snowing here. I don't know what's going on. You seen the radar though. And I'm not sure how to bring my screen back into my phone here. uh, I am definitely done with this phone. I had to get back into this phone because some other information is on this phone. I had to change up some online billing and stuff. Ormond. Okay. Yeah. Wherever. I don't care where we go. I just want to get some hours in. Makes me feel like back in the day. That's fine. And when you come up this way, if you come up for like the fireworks or Riverfest up here next year, that big party, 500,000 people partying on the river, you know what I mean? There's some spots up here I can turn you on to as well. In fact, you can sit on the riverbank down there and throw some poles in, waiting on the fireworks show. I don't think we'll catch anything during the fireworks, though. Too many concussions. Them fish are going to get spooked. Yeah, it would. You got a 500,000 people on each side of the river, you know, and anything you can think of to eat right up there on the levee. That was all my stuff. When you see it on stages and stuff, you're just gonna like, wow. But yeah, that was all my puppies. But yeah, anything you want to eat, just a good time, you know. And there was one year when it was chilly and raining, but for the most part, you know, it should be about 75, and at night, you know, when about 9 o'clock, should be a relatively comfortable temperature to be out there fishing, partying, and having a good time with the wild, rowdy, crazy people of Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. There's this one spot I was thinking about there, just on the other side of one of the stages. Um, Goes down these concrete steps, sort of concrete steps. It's kind of like an access thing. It's not really poured steps, but uh, and you get right there. The river's right there. I mean, you're 1 foot from the water, and it's not a bunch of vegetation going in. It's straight concrete, and it's deep out there. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna need a hefty rig to bring in one of these hog catfishes for sure. Especially one out of the Ohio. They're bigger in the Ohio than they are the Great Miami. A friend of mine, Butch Nittenberg, was a welder back in the day, underwater welder. He was welding on one of them barges down there in the river. He said he was standing on what he thought was a rock, and then he repositioned, and the rock moved. That should give you an idea how big them son of a bitches are. Yeah, that was Patience by GNR. Wait for the snow, boy. Wait for the snow. I can't believe we're in. The radar says we are in the snow, and it is not snowing. There it is. But the planes have lowered by about 1,000 feet, so they're just under the ceiling there. So the ceiling's starting to lower. That's another sign that something's about to happen as well. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And this was over by Miami Fort, which is a power station um, in the area here. It's not nuclear, it's a coal station, but still, you know. uh, Makes you wonder. But he said that fish was big enough to move him on top of it, be him standing on top of it with all his welding gear and thing on his head, and all that shit. You're talking 100 pounds of welding gear and scuba gear. He said that catfish moved him, just like it was on wheels. He said with no, his legs bent. He said my legs bent a little bit when he went to move. So that goes to tell you that it had to be a 50-pound catfish, 50 or above. I told him, I said, buddy, I said, if I was you, I took a whole pantyhose full of stinking chicken liver and dropped it down there and got his ass. That's what I'd have done. But, he's in welding gear and on the clock. He can't do it. But that's what I would have done after work. I'd been after his ass. So what do we got? Yeah, radar says I'm in the middle of it now. And I'm not in the middle of it. And I was worried about that because earlier this evening, the radar said I was under precipitation and there was nothing happening at all for like 3 hours. It was showing me getting rain, and I wasn't getting any rain. And there's no possible way this is going to last till 8 in the morning. There's not enough there. This is only going to last a couple hours. It's moving pretty quick. Yeah, I can see that being the case. Yeah, they're that big. They are, and especially like in the St. John's or places like that. They're some of these lakes. Florida's got a whole bunch of lakes, and the deeper they are, the bigger the fish. 120 pounds. That is twice the size of a fish I've ever seen come out of these rivers. It would take two guys to hold that son of a bitch. There's no doubt in my mind it would take two people to hold that fish up. Weather-wise, it's showing I'm in it too. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, all my radars are showing I'm in heavy snow right now, and I'm not getting anything. In fact, you might be able to see the same thing. In some cases, the thunderstorms would go around me here where I'm at in this area in the Three Rivers Valley. The snow doesn't. It keeps its track, its trajectory, and is consistent. That's why it's kind of mind-boggling right now. Why I'm not getting any. It's snowing, don't get me wrong. It's just not heavy snow or accumulating snow. "28 degrees now. Temperature dropped, ceiling dropped, and the humidity rose. Sounds like conditions for a snowstorm to me. Yeah, probably. Pretty much sounds like it. Yeah, start 50-mile-an-hour wind blowing a blizzard in. Tesla's sitting there charging. topo up there. Have them a customer. Have yourself a good night. Be safe. It's starting to thicken up. It's starting to get heavy now. There we go, then. Driving into the abyss. Starting to accumulate on the highway here. Yep. We're in it now. Truck just gave me bright lights after I dimmed them. Yeah, it's starting to accumulate now. Oh yeah. Whoa, we got one off the road right there. Looks like somebody wrecked. Somebody wrecked out here, it looks like. Yep, we got one wrecked. I don't know. Let me turn around here. Looks like he's wrecked out there. He went into the guardrail there. Turn around up here at this exit. I can take that U-turn. Turn around at this exit up here. See what the status is. Yeah, it's coming in now. It's here. I'm in it now. I think we got somebody in the guardrail there. I'm gonna turn around and see if I can't see what's going on there. If anybody's injured. If they're not, I'm going to get out of there because I'm not going to get smacked again like I did last time. That's not going to happen. But again, that's why we're out here. Help people out. Save lives. It's all part of it. Yeah, it's getting heavier. Doing its thing now. Another 15 minutes, it's going to all be covered. Getting a little snowy there, Zen. Deer on the side of the road there, Dad. It looks like they hit that bridge there and lost control. And went into the guardrail. That's what it's looking like here. Snow covered, Zen. We're in the soup now. That's for sure. We are in it. Let's see if yeah, they're still there. I don't know if they're in the guardrail or if they're injured or not. But they're still sitting there. Okay, let me get turned around here. It was just too soon to stop. I was going too fast to slow down. I just seen him out the corner of my eye there. Okay, where is the next? Okay, I gotta go all the way down to the exit. Yeah, it's getting slippery, guys. Yep, she's getting slippery. Let's see what's up with this guy here. Might be able to get it on video. I don't know. We'll see if I can. If I need to slow down because I'm coming up on him. There he is. He's up past this bridge just a little bit. Oh wow, he wiped the car. He hit pretty good. Oh my God, looks like Landon's car. Give me just a second, guys. Yep, come on. Get make sure I got the right lights going here. There we go. Alright. So what happened, Ree?
I just had, like, it was getting real bad, and my tires are real bad. I was on my way home, just
And was you over in that lane over there?
Yeah,
And it just came over?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to end the stream. And I'm going to get the authorities out here for her. So I'll be back. Sit tight. Storm chaser.